In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a professional quality golf hitting net or simulator enclosure and save yourself hundreds of pounds whilst doing it. Unless you're minted and you can afford to have somebody come and set it all up for you, then don't buy one of these ready-made practice nets or simulator enclosures. These ready-made ones can cost hundreds, if not thousands of pounds. So save yourself the money and make your own that's either the same or better quality. To make your own enclosure, you're going to need 7 different things. Now altogether, this equipment cost me £222, or around about $275. For starters, you'll need to know the dimensions of the room or outdoor space where you're going to put your enclosure. Basically, how high can you make it and how wide can you make it. Once you've got these dimensions, then you can decide what size impact screen or net you need to buy. In my case, I needed an impact screen that was at least 2.4 meters high by 2.4 meters wide. So I decided to buy some archery baffle netting from a website called the Archery Shop. This cost me £86 for a 3 meter high by 3 meter wide netting, which was more than what I needed. And it came with eyelets at the top to make it easier for hanging. For the size and the quality, this was by far the best value that I found. I've since had emails from the website saying they have regular 7% discount sales, so you might even get it cheaper than me. If you're going for a simulator experience, you will also need to consider the aspect ratio of your screen. Are you going to go for a standard 4:3 ratio, or are you going to go for the widescreen 16:9 ratio? Once you've worked out what size impact screen you need, then you need to buy yourself a metal frame to fit that impact screen. I bought my frame from a website called the Metal Store here in the UK, but I'm sure you can use any other metal outlet and they'll do the same job. Now the Metal Store were great. You can tell them exactly what size poles you need and they will cut them down to size for you free of charge. Don't forget to buy yourself the correct fixings and corner units for your frame. I used this template from Gung Ho Golf and it worked perfectly. In total, the metal frame cost me about £84 including delivery. When it arrived, it was dead easy to set up. It took me about half an hour on my own. If there were 2 of us, it would have took about 10 minutes. Now you've got your basics for your practice net or simulator enclosure, you need to think about something that you're going to hit the ball off. What I suggest you do is go down to your local golf club or driving range and ask if they've got any old driving range mats for sale. I did this at my local golf club and I managed to pick one up for around about £15, which saved me a lot of money. You might not be as lucky as me, but it's definitely worth a try. If you don't have any luck, then you could buy one off the internet for about £30 to £50, something like this one that me and my golf have been using in their current videos. Or you could go for something a lot more expensive like a fibre built mat. Either way, just make sure that you get something cushioned for 2 reasons. Firstly, so it's much more realistic, like you're hitting off real turf, and secondly, so you don't cause yourself any injuries. The next thing you need is some sort of surround to go down the sides and along the top of your enclosure. Now you've got lots of different options for this, from heavy duty golf netting, which is quite expensive, to curtains, to fabric. I went for something called scaffold netting. Now this scaffold netting only cost me £8.99 for a 3 meter by 10 meter roll, and to be honest, it does a very good job. I put a double layer along the top and some of it folds down around the back, and so far it's caught every ball that's gone astray. The scaffold netting works well for me with my current outdoor setup because it doesn't blow over in the wind. But if you're wanting to make a simulator enclosure, then you're going to need something that darkens the screen a little bit more. So this is where you might want to consider some blackout curtains to go along the side and the back, or maybe even some black nylon fabric. Okay, so the final three things that you need to complete your hitting net or simulator enclosure are bungee cords, tarp clips and zip ties. Now the bungee cords are great because you can fasten your impact screen to the frame with these, and they absorb a lot of the impact every time you hit the ball into the screen. You can add tarp clips to make your screen a bit more taut so that you get a better projection if that's what you're going for in your simulator experience. And the zip ties, of course, can tie down the netting or any other loose parts of your enclosure. One other minor thing that you might want to consider buying is getting yourself some tee holders. Now you could use winter tees that you find at the driving range or those that you take onto the course. I managed to get myself these little tee holders that I really like off eBay. They cost me about £3 or £4. That was it. There you go. For just over 200 quid, I've managed to get myself a professional quality practice net or simulator enclosure, whatever you like to call it. You don't have to fork out to buy one of these ready-made products. The good thing about doing it this way is that I can now make my practice net into a proper simulator experience when I eventually move into my new house. So all I need to do is get a projector, a gaming PC and a higher quality impact screen to project my image onto. Now yes, this is going to cost more money, but I'm hopeful that I'll be able to do that in stages as time goes on. So there you go. That's how you make yourself a very high quality, professional standard golf hitting net and simulator enclosure. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments down below. Hit like, subscribe, all of that. Thanks for watching.